Carmel Cipollone.
Mr Speaker, will the New Zealand Government recognise the unfolding genocide taking place in Gaza, particularly following the UN-commissioned report that concluded that, quote, statements made by Israeli authorities are direct evidence of genocidal intent, end quote?
Mr Speaker, as has been made clear by a range of ministers across the government, that is a matter under active consideration by the government at the present time. Our position will be made clear by the right minister, the right place at the right time, which is coming up very soon.
Mr Speaker, was the Minister of Foreign Affairs correct when he said that the Deputy Prime Minister, David Seymour, was, quote, talking out of his field, end quote, regarding the government's position on Palestinian statehood?
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, actually he was speaking as the leader of his party, and that's a matter for him which I don't have responsibility for, as is abundantly clear from the transcript.
Here we go. Mr Speaker, was the Minister of Foreign Affairs correct when he said that David Seymour's statement regarding the recognition of Palestinian statehood, quote, was made by someone who's got no authority to make it, end quote?
Well, Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, it is certainly correct that the authority to make that statement on behalf of the government rests with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. However, it is also true that this is a government of three different parties with leaders who each lead a party with its own identity, and from the point of view of the opposition, this government is dangerously united.
Supplementary. Is the constant public disagreement between two of the government's most senior figures undermining the clarity and credibility of our foreign policy and the reason why this government is still sitting on its hands?
Mr Speaker, in answer to the first assertion in the question, there is not constant disagreement. There is a group of parties which have their own identities and are able to keep those identities and continue to work together in a cohesive and effective way. There is a real problem in many people's view is that you cannot have differences of opinion, you must conform. That is a view that is often associated with the left. People find it smothering, and around the world it's making the left of politics very unpopular.
Supplementary. When will he instruct his Deputy Prime Minister and his Minister for Foreign Affairs to stop bickering, join our international partners, recognise Palestinian statehood, recognise the unfolding genocide, and implement the sanctions that thousands of New Zealanders are calling for?
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, first of all, we have a team that works together very effectively, and far too effectively for the opposition's liking. In fact, dangerously effective in such a way that it's going to keep the opposition right where they are for a very long time on the substance of the issue. You see, the reason that this government is taking a deliberative view, considering all the details carefully, that's because we believe this issue deserves the careful consideration that we're giving it.